Welcome back to the channel, guys and gals. My name is Norman, also known as King Julian on this channel. So I know it's been a while on some videos. I do apologize, but there's been a lot going on and videos may be sporadic right now because my son's out of school for the summer. And we are making some changes. If everything goes right, by the end of the school year, very first part of his beginning of the school year, we'll be purchasing our house. Again, that kind of, I'm really happy about that. Now there are some things going on. This will be probably, you might see this shirt one or two more times unless I am working on a vehicle. Other than that, O'Reilly's and I are fixing to part ways. I know some of y'all probably figuring out what's going on. Well, long story short, how do you put it? You don't screw around with an employee who you made promises to and then lie. Kind of goes back to another situation, but that's besides the point. Yeah, tonight was kind of a weird night because I talked to somebody that we're not going to get into that, but somebody I talked to that's still messes my head up. So yes, O'Reilly's and I are fixing to part ways, just due to the amount of lies that have been told, and stringing me along is not what you're supposed to do to an employee. On the flip side of that, I am kind of hating it to an extent because of the fact that the co-workers I worked with, they do mean a lot to me. They're all very good people. When I was going through a very rough time not too long ago, they were the ones that pulled me through. They really did. I didn't ask for help. They just did it. They knew I was hurting, and they didn't ask questions, and so they pulled me through it. But again, the employees were co-workers were great. My the customers that I got to know that trusted me working on the car, knowing that I went above and beyond my job title to make sure they're 100% happy, are very upset the fact I'm leaving. The fact that O'Reilly's has done what they've done. In fact, after I leave, I'm probably going to be asking the U.S. federal courts to step in O'Reilly's and do some hard looking into them. Because I know some people say it's retail and some will say it's not, but at the same time, some of their practices aren't exactly fair, shall we say. We'll just leave it at that. So that's what led to me to get ready to start leaving. Put out over 300 resumes, sent them out through all the U.S., and I'd had several job interviews, went through some stuff, and all of a sudden I get a phone call from a former boss of mine over at Springbrook Express. And he asked me, he says, "Norm, why is your resume across my desk?" And I'm going, well, I don't know. And he goes, yeah. He said, "Why am I seeing your resume?" And so I explained to him what was going on, what had happened, and he was like, okay. He said, "So here's the deal." He goes, "This is what I'm going to do." He goes, "I'm going to hire you back." There he goes, "That's no question." He said, "You made a promise to me when you bought your truck that you would come back either as an owner-operator or back as a company." And he said, under the circumstances, the fact that you had to sell your truck to take care of your son, he said, "I'm going to hire you back." He goes, "No matter what." He said, "Because you were one of my best employees." He said, "You love doing what you do." And he said, "Bring your son with you, put him on the truck with me." And he said, during the school year, he goes, if have to, he'll even help pay for the babysitter. What? Did you just say you're going to help pay for the babysitter? Or the sitter? Just because he knows my time with my son is very precious to me. So Very, very thankful to Scott Beers over at Springbrook Express. Um, it has been, in one way, it is a relief, getting away from O'Reilly's, getting away from the stress. In another way, it's like going home. Because when I went to work for there, it was home. You know, Scott was good to me. I was good to Scott. We worked back and forth very closely. So, yeah, it's like going home. You know, of course, Loki will be with me on the truck. You're one strange dog. You know that? Yeah, you. Yeah, still my trucking buddy. But yeah, there's a lot of customers are kind of upset about it. But at the same time, again, you know, driving a truck for 26 years is what I did. Which brings me to another point. I had somebody reach out to me recently and say, "Hey Norm, when are you gonna do another video of running trains in your truck?" I didn't know y'all liked it that much. I mean, that was just a simple experiment for fun to see if it would happen, right? I mean, that was it. I was like, what? Really? So there's going to be some changes coming. We might do something else in this. I don't know yet because Rogue will be with me throughout the summer, and then, you know, I'll only be on the truck a week at a time. And starting in December, I'll be running from Wisconsin straight to San Antonio, Texas, where we'll be delivering over 700 loads of steel going down. So I'm very happy about that, and it's all oversized. And of course, he did ask me about my contract with Union Pacific, and which I was gratefully going to hand it over to him. Because Patrick at TQL has been my go-to guy over there. So I'm going to hand him over the contract, which is no big deal. He did a favor for me, so at least I can do the same, and we work good together. Cold chip. And we got a set up with the O'Reilly's commercial account with him. I did that today. I built the account for that for Springbrook. So that's done. Now that there's a nationwide facility that if a truck breaks down, we can get parts if we need to. Or if the shop says, well, we don't have the parts, we can pick up the phone, call O'Reilly's, go bring it to the TA truck stop at this location. Boom, done. And get the trucks fixed and get them back on the road. So that's, you know, like I said, it's like going back home, you know. And in some ways, Scott's actually let me run as an owner-operator, so that's pretty cool. So in the last video, I believe we were talking about the Golden Valley passenger car. No, I have not pinned the sides up on it yet. I will more than likely do that tomorrow or Monday, since Monday and Tuesday my day off, and I have to go into work Monday and look at my manager and go, oh yeah, by the way, hey, I need to talk to you. I got good news and I've got bad news. Good news is your payroll's fixing to go down considerably, and the bad news is I won't be here after Friday. That's gonna go over real good. But yes, so we're gonna get that done probably tomorrow. There's going to kind of be a follow-up video to this one. So we'll definitely get that done. And just kind of keep working on some other stuff. That's much like the long tender for the 2025. Whew, that's a lot of cutting right there too. But that's all right. So yeah, we're going to keep doing that. And we're going to be seeing a lot more videos once we get things situated. Especially once we get the truck and we get rolling, and then when they get the house settled, which, like again I said, will hopefully be by the end of the summer, maybe the first part of the school year, and we'll try to get everything settled on at that point and be able to start building a layout. Of course, my son wants me to build his HO layout. And of course, y'all all know Rogue loves his HO trains. Well, one of my customers who knew I dealt with old school and new school Lionel scale model trains. Came in and asked me about these HO trains, and originally I offered to go ahead and purchase them from him for my son, and he said, how about I just give them to you? And these are scale, like the hopper car, metal wheels under it. I think they're Athearn. Could be. I don't know. I'm not seeing a name in it. But this one's got metal wheels on it. I have to put some couplers on it. Why my son loves these little bitty trains, I don't know, because I go cross-eyed trying to work on them for him. Not trying, but I do have to work on them for him. And then he gave the high cube, 86-foot high cube, which is very funny because I have an O-scale 86 high cube box car that I've been working on. It's Penn Central. But it's got the swing couplers on it, metal wheels, metal trucks. But I'm not seeing a brand name on it, though. So, I don't know. If y'all know the brand name on it, y'all let me know. I have no idea. I've been looking all over for a name on this thing, and I have not been able to find a name anywhere. It's not Tyco, it's not Lifelike, it's not Bachmann, so I don't know what brand it is. And then after that, after this pasture car is done, and speaking of that, United States Postal Service has lost the battery car to the other Golden Valley. The seller approached me about buying the battery car for this one, and he offered it for a very cheap price. I said yes, because it was a ridiculously low price, and I mean, hey, I bought enough from him, so he knew who I was. And so I got it. He shipped it off. It's lost in transit somewhere. It shows me picked up from Cynthia, Kentucky, making it to the next destination. That's as far as they've gone. Well, they keep saying moving through the network. So he and I are actually working very closely together right now, trying to locate the package. And hopefully maybe it will show up. I don't know. I mean, we've both filed claims on it. We filed through eBay. I mean, $5 for the car plus shipping. It was total like $15. But still, that's money that we have put out. I put out for the car. And we're just working very close together on it, trying to get it here. And which eventually it will show up at some point, maybe. Well, I don't know, and I very seriously doubt it now at this point because it's a month overdue. But other than that, yeah, he does have some other cars though he's offered to me, and I told him we'll talk about it at a later date. Because right now I'm more concentrated on getting the house, and I don't even care if I have to remodel the house at this point. I mean, anytime you buy a house, you're going to remodel it anyways. But main thing is garage. It has to have a garage on it, and at least a 3-bedroom. So 3 or 4 bedroom. I did find a 6-bedroom. Still kind of cool. 2-story 6-bedroom. What the hell would I do with 6 bedrooms? Guess I could always modify it and turn it into a 3. But so there's that. So there's been a lot going on, and again, the next time, the only time you'll start seeing this shirt again is if I'm working on a vehicle. We just got a lot going on. Lots gonna be happening. This is the first video done in a couple of weeks. Again, I apologize for that, and we'll get some more out, and they're gonna be kind of sporadic at first, but we're gonna get back on track, get back to the building. Get back to doing what this channel is all about, and that's building some of the Kinky Cheryl cars, doing the scratch building, doing the modifications, doing all that stuff. So, we'll get it worked on at that point. Because I do enjoy building my own stuff. And it's a lot cheaper too, especially when you can build what you want. Other than that, so we're going to get all that done, and I will see you on the next video. Let's go for tomorrow, and we'll do a video of retacking the Golden Valley sides and trying to color match it as best we can to what it was originally painted. As always, keep the shiny side up, rubber down. I will see you on the next video. Y'all take it easy. Keep the shiny side up, rubber down. Again, thank you all for being here and hanging out. And I apologize for the lack of videos, but we'll get back on track. See y'all then. Take it easy.